Who should you be taking advice from? Level Up Protocol, I'm Trillah D. This is my YouTube channel helping everybody be their best self, the best version of yourself. Today's episode is about who should you be taking advice from. I'll start off by saying this. You shouldn't be taking advice from anyone who isn't leading a life that you want to live. It may seem a bit far-fetched, and people will have the argument saying that everyone has some knowledge to offer and some wisdom to offer. And yes, that's true, but certain people's wisdom, so to say, you have to take with a grain of salt. Take this, for example, if you're trying to get in shape. So one of my good friends, he knows a lot about working out. And the way he learned it is he would just go to the gym and see somebody who has a body that he would want to have and see exactly what they're doing and then go up to them and ask them questions about that. It's a perfect example. You don't want to be taking health advice from someone who's skinny or someone who's fat. Maybe someone who knows about it 10 years back or 15 years back or 5 years back and they used to know how to do it. It just doesn't make sense. If you're going to take their advice, there's a possibility you'll end up in the same way they are, right? You want to take advice from people who are exactly where you want. Even me now, if I'm in the gym or someone and I see someone who has a body exactly of what I'm looking for, or on YouTube, if there's someone who does videos about fitness that has the exact body that I'm looking for, I'm going to be more inclined to listen to what they say, especially if they maintain it over the long run. Because to get quickly fit, it's not really that hard. Unless you're excessively overweight, it's really not that hard. If you're a skinny person, you just eat a shit ton of calories, clean food, and you smash weights. If you're a little bit overweight, you smash weights and eat lesser amounts of food. I've been there myself. I've been a skinny dude who put on muscle over years, and I've been an overweight person with a belly that I couldn't hide or couldn't suck in from any angle, with a fat face and just not looking good at all and not happy with how I looked. And I fixed that. But I took the right advice from the right people. I didn't just listen to any Joe Schmo and what they had to say about working out, because it's really just hindering your progress in the long run if you think about it. Another example, I don't really give people relationship advice because I'm not currently in a relationship, and for a majority of my adult life, I haven't been in a relationship. I don't give people relationship advice, and I wouldn't expect them to listen even if I did. You should be taking relationship advice from people who are in happy relationships, people that you see with their partner and you're like, wow, you see them interacting with each other and you're like, you know what, that's exactly how I want to be when I'm in a relationship. What's their secret? I need to know what they have to tell me. And then you ask them, hey, what's up? What's some tips on a relationship? How do you guys stay happy in this relationship and this and that? And you'll get some good information, because at the end of the day, when you ask people for their advice, everyone wants to talk about themselves. You know what I mean? Talk about what they're good at and things that they're succeeding at. Who wouldn't want to talk about this? Even in like business, we could talk about that too. Financial advice. If I see anyone doing financially well or living a financial life that I'm trying to be like or something I'm trying to imitate, I am hacking their brain. I don't give a damn if they think I'm on their ass or I'm too intrusive or whatever. People always say that, oh, they're not going to give you their secrets or whatever. But you know what? When it comes to financial secrets, people love talking about it, and they'll give you all the secrets because they know at the end of the day, 98% of people don't have what it takes, that they can give you the full recipe from A to B on how to make money and how to be successful, but people don't have what it takes. Step number one is work your ass off. Most people don't want to do that. They just want to work their job, then they want to go home and relax. If you really want to be successful managing your own businesses and stuff, I'm not even there yet myself, but I know what it takes. It takes excessive amounts of work. Like if I have a friend right now who's doing really good or something, I'll tell them, yo, let's go out for dinner. Let's go out for dinner. I'll pay for it. I'll cover the bill. Let's go out. And I'll just ask them questions like, so what are you doing? What are you up to nowadays? What do you do for work? What do you do at that job? Okay, like what kind of money are you making? Okay, is there a lot of space in that industry for improvement, or is it oversaturated? Like what's going on? And I hack and pick their brain, and they gladly give me all the information. And every time I do one of these interactions with one of my friends, it greatly helps me. It plants seeds in my brain and pushes me on the right track. I'm not going to ask one of my friends, say, who doesn't have a car and lives with their parents and works a shitty job. I'm not going to ask them for financial advice or investment advice or advice on saving money or whatever, because what do they know? You know what I mean? What do they know? What steps have they taken? What chances have they taken? None. So why would I ask for their advice? They're just going to lead me down the wrong path. Now, Andrew Tate actually mentioned this he was on Fresh and Fit recently, and he said the same thing. He's like, why wouldn't people listen to the advice that I give them? Look at the life that I'm living. And it's very true too, because Andrew Tate, people take him with a grain of salt, and a lot of people don't like the way he is. But at the end of the day, who doesn't want to live that life where you're making money, hanging out with beautiful women, driving supercars, traveling the world with your friends, having tons of fun. Why wouldn't you want to live that? He's just using a shock tactic, which I made a video about, and I will put the link right here on how to market anything really, which not too many people have watched. I suggest you guys check that out because I kind of give the secret on how to really market anything to shock people. One of my most viewed shorts was the video about telling people, how are you ever going to get a girlfriend if you don't move out on your own? It's a very strong opinion I have, and it offended a lot of people, and a lot of people supported it. At the end of the day, it's perpetuating my channel and it's growing my fan base and bringing in more people who want to level up themselves. And that's exactly the whole purpose of my channel here, is to pluck the few people who are trying to level up. It's a very small percentage. They say it's about 2 to 3% of people who are always working on themselves and trying to level up. So if you're here right now, I thank you, and you're one of very few, and we are the select chosen ones. So let's stick to it. Getting back to the topic now of me giving advice. You know, one of my friends, when I told him I'm making this, and he's like, well, why would people take any advice from you at all? And I said, well, I don't know. Why would they? I'm in great shape. I make okay money running my own business. I'm starting more businesses that I'm never really stopped working on. I use my time as efficiently as I can. I live in my own condo that I'm renting, but I own one that's being built, and I drive a nice car, a BMW. So based off this information in itself, which I've never said in any other videos, but I feel I should now, I feel I'm in a position to give people advice. When it comes to women, I'm pretty good at interacting with women. Women will tell you this themselves. They've told me this. I'm not giving myself this title. Women say, oh, you know, you understand women a lot. You're very smooth. I get it. I get how hard it is for women when you have tons of thirsty dudes trying to get at you all the time. I understand their side, right? I'm a very open-minded, empathetic person. I really trying to see all sides of the coin. I'm never like narrow-minded, and I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. So I think a combination of all these things together puts me in a good position to give people advice, especially all the young men here looking for advice. I will not lead you guys astray. Let's just put it that way. So that's it for this one. Level up protocol, be your best self, and do not take advice from people who aren't living a life that you want to live. It's that simple. What do they have to teach you, and where are they going to lead you if they're living a life that you don't want to live? So think about that the next time you ask someone for advice, because we have a habit, by the way, of just asking whoever's close to us for advice, you know, your brother or your friends or your parents, but that's 9 out of 10 times, those aren't the best people to be getting advice from, unless they're living a life that you want to live. That's it for this one. Level up protocol, be your best self. Leave a like, leave a subscribe right over here, and some comments. Let me know how you guys feel. I actually really like hearing from you guys, whether you agree with me or not. I just like to hear where everyone's mind's at, and I'm glad that you all are here trying to level up. And that's it for today.